Alright guys, so Dokkan Battlefield is live over on JP. I really like what they've decided to do with this. So let's hop into the news. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they have in the news, and we'll go over how to get LR Metal Cooler today. Now, there is a little bit more details I'm going to have to discuss about the Metal Cooler. I do have a theory as well about how we could possibly get some other dupes of him. So here is the Battlefield kind of notice here, in the news. It does specifically mention the LR Metal Cooler core right here. This LR unit, which I believe is the best free-to-play unit in the game. I know people still feel a certain type of way about that, but I would definitely say he is a better card than LR Vegito Blue. The one big advantage LR Vegito Blue definitely has over this guy, maybe which should be factored in, maybe LR Vegito Blue is a better card because it's very easy to rainbow LR Vegito Blue, right? You can get those dupes of him, nothing, not hard at all. It's awakening him with all the Fierce Battle units where it kind of becomes, a little difficult for some free-to-play players. But this LR Metal Cooler is going to be a bitch to rainbow. It is going to be incredibly difficult to rainbow this guy because in order to get him, you need 150,000 Battlefield medals to actually go ahead and awaken this guy. Now, when you first go through Battlefield, each stage does give you like 10,000 to, I think 20,000 might be the highest a stage will give you. Like, you usually seem to get like somewhere in that range when going through it the first time. But after that, you're not able to get more gems. So it seems like what they're going to do now is they're going to cycle into this phase where it's always going to be up. And then every month, they're just going to kind of reset the stages a little bit. And then you'll be able to go through, you'll be able to grind, you'll be able to get more gems. So you can get several units out in here. So you can get 2 copies of LR Metal Cooler. They are available. You can get infinite copies of this Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku and this Majin Vegeta right here. They're very good free-to-play units, but their stats are very low. So you kind of need them rainbowed to really be effective, and it takes a lot of Battlefield medals to actually go ahead and rainbow them. So I'm not really sure how smart or viable that might be. Here's the Tech LR Ginyu Force. So this guy, obviously you need, 5 copies to rainbow him, right? The first copy is very easy to obtain. All you have to do is rainbow the 5 Ginyu Force members. Global is about to get those story events very soon, only a few short weeks. And the first copy you can get from the LR Frieza Legendary Campaign. That will give you the first dupe you need for the LR Ginyu Force. And then the last 3 you can get in the Baba Shop with 120,000 Battlefield medals. So very, very difficult to rainbow the LR Tech Ginyu Force. And then, of course, you can also get Ginyu in the Baba Shop, and you can awaken him with medals all the way to physical LR Ginyu Force. Now, I wasn't really too sure what I wanted to do. If I wanted to go ahead and actually rainbow like this physical LR Ginyu Force and go ahead and get him, or if I would want to actually go ahead and get the LR Metal Cooler. It took me a little while, and I did finally go ahead and decide. What I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and get the LR Metal Cooler sort of squadron or core card right here. Because, again, it is pretty good. Since I do have the necessary medals, the 150,000, I figured, why not grab him? Now, in terms of Battlefield medals, I'm sitting here with 41. So I would need another 29 if I was going to go ahead and actually awaken my TUR Ginyu Force to the LR. So I decided, fuck it. Let's go ahead and let's grab the LR Metal Cooler right there. Boom. So that's how you get them. You just have to grind Battlefield. Now, Battlefield is definitely very difficult. It's certainly going to be hard for a lot of free-to-play players out there. There's some very difficult stages. In particular, the Zamasu stage is going to be a nightmare for a lot of players. I did actually figure out, I think, a very, very effective strategy, though, for actually beating that Immortal Zamasu. I probably will make a video on that as well, because I know a lot of people have trouble with that, because that Zamasu does heal around 3 million HP basically every turn. So you can out-damage him, but it's incredibly difficult to do because 3 million is a significant amount of damage. So, like, unless you have Rainbow LRs, you're not going to really be able to keep up with that. So, we do have the LR Metal Cooler. Here he is right here in all of his glory. Let me go ahead and lock this bad boy up. So, let's go ahead and take a look at our boy. Boom. Okay, that should have worked. Are my hotkeys working? Yes, yes. Okay, that did work. Okay. So, this right here, this is Overwhelming Squadron Metal Cooler Core. Now, as you guys can see, the leader skill is Extreme, you know, class or type key 3, HP attack and defense 70%. So, this is the counterpart towards LR Vegito Blue. I do think it's a little weird that, you know, they didn't go with Merge Zamasu. I actually think a Merge Zamasu right here would have been very, very fitting. Or they could have, like, I don't know, maybe it's because they plan on doing, like, a summonable Merge Zamasu, right? Like, I feel like that's a unit people will summon for probably more than the LR Metal Cooler Squadron. That was their idea. But, I don't know, it just seems kind of weird that this is the counterpart to LR Vegito Blue. I'm sure a lot of you guys agree with that. Now, 12 key super is the Supernova, colossal damage and greatly lowers defense. 18 key is the Machine Rain, which does mega colossal damage to enemy and raises extreme type allies by attack by 30% for 1 turn. So that will definitely increase the amount of damage you are capable of dishing out. No doubt about that. Their passive skill, Legion of Nightmare. So they get an attack and defensive buff up to 90%, which is pretty high. You know, for an LR, a free-to-play LR, that's a big deal, right? Because if we compare him directly, let's compare him directly to LR Vegito Blue, because again, when I say that Cooler is the best free-to-play LR in the game, people instantly, you know, look at LR Vegito Blue and say, no, he is. Now, he gets an attack and defensive buff of 80%. But the difference is that Cooler, the more health you have, the greater the stats boost. So the lower your health gets, you know, I don't know, I'm presuming maybe around like 70% HP, 65% HP. After that, his attack buff will probably be lower than what LR Vegito Blue's is. But that's not it. That's not it. He has a high chance to launch up to 2 additional attacks, each of which has a rare chance to become a super attack. So not only, I did a video on the private server account of this LR Metal Cooler. He had a 2.5 million attack stat, and then he had the possibility of doing additional attacks after that. Like, that's the thing. LR Vegito Blue, you know, you could probably, if you optimize a rotation for him, you could get him to around a 2.5 million attack stat. But that's it. He doesn't have additionals coming. LR Metal Cooler has additionals after that. Like, he's insane. This is a disgusting card. Disgusting. Now, his links are Strongest Clan in Space, Fear and Faith, Big Bad Bosses, Auto Regeneration, Shocking Speed, and Nightmare and Legendary Power. Now, you can run this guy on the same team as the Int Metal Cooler, and they are ridiculous linking partners. As a matter of fact, I think I'm probably going to rainbow the normal Int Metal Cooler unit. I'm going to go ahead and rainbow him just so that I feel more comfortable running him on a rotation with this guy. That is going to be a ridiculous rotation, because one thing many people will point out too is that LR Vegito Blue, it is very, very, very easy for him to super attack. Usually on any given rotation, he's already going to start out with around 12 key, just by the nature of how his passive works, where he raises key by up to 10, less HP remaining, greater the key boost, right? So supering will never be an issue with him. Plus, at the start of the fight, you're only going to want to get the 12 key super anyway to stack his attack and defense, and then towards the later stages of the fight, you can go for his God Impact instead, the 18 key, so you can get that greatly raised attack for 1 turn, and like really go all out for damage, right? So that's an advantage he has over Metal Cooler. But the thing is, people sleep on the movie boss category team, which is designed for LRs, like LR Beerus, LR Cooler, LR Bojack, LR Broly. On this team, Metal Cooler will have no issues whatsoever getting that 18 key super, especially if you have the Int Metal Cooler on a rotation with this guy. It's done. It's done. You're going to get the 18 key super every time, because 2 out of every 3 turns, you're going to have a Turles on rotation, giving that massive key 3 and 40% attack buff as well. Cooler, I'm telling y'all right now, do not sleep on this guy. This is one of the best free units in the... Well, he is the best free unit in the game. And he's one of the better units in the game, too. Like, considering he is a free-to-play option, you know, that you don't have to use stones on, I'm a monster fan of this card. Now, sure, as of right now, it's certainly difficult to get him. 150,000 Battlefield medals is a lot. But, you know, they've reset Battlefield, what, 3 or 4 times already since Battlefield 2.0 has been out. I only presume they're going to keep doing this. Eventually, you know, as long as you just keep at it doing any Battlefield stages you can, you're going to be able to get this guy. Now, the only thing is, as of right now, you're only able to get 2 copies. So it is very possible that the other 3 copies are a reward for the new stages of Super Battle Road that they're going to be adding in about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks from now. I believe the Battlefield stages are added on the 19th of July. So again, you can get 2 copies from Battlefield and then possibly the other 3 from Super Battle Road. Or if that's not what they do, there might be like a new LR free-to-play card that would be a reward for that Super Battle Road. Again, we'll see once the time comes. I'm not really too sure which direction they're going to go in, but I could very much see the last 3 coolers being a reward for those Super Battle Road stages. Again, if that's the case, it's going to be tough for me to label him the best free-to-play unit in the game, because like free-to-play players like aren't going to be able to rainbow this guy. Whereas, again, LR Vegito Blue, it takes no effort whatsoever to rainbow this guy. Like, you get him, and he's basically already rainbowed. It's that simple. So, cooler. Ooh, okay, just like LR Vegito Blue, they're different from other free-to-play LRs in that they have a 150% 12-key multiplier. It looks like Metal Cooler also has that. They have, of course, 200% 24-key, that all the LRs have that. LR Gohan, Bojack, Super Saiyan 3, Goku, all of them. And Cooler is on 2 categories, just like Vegito. Ooh, Vegito Blue has 3. That's right, yeah, he was on the Future category recently. So 2 categories, Revived Warrior Team and Movie Boss Team. This Cooler will work very good on both teams, because the Revived Warrior Team, again, the Int Metal Cooler can be run on that team as well. But this guy's best team, Movie Boss Team for sure. I know a lot of people do get caught up in the extra leader skill damage, right? So if we go to Revived Warriors, Angel Golden Frieza gives a 170% attack buff, whereas Turles only gives a 150% attack buff. But the difference is having this support Turles on that team closes that gap and makes this a better team for Metal Cooler on the Movie Boss team. I mean, sure, what you could do is you could just say fuck it and just like toss Turles on the Revived Warrior team anyway, even though he doesn't get any effects of the leader skill. And then at that point, obviously, you know, the Revived Warrior team would be Metal Cooler's best team. But most people I know don't like to do stuff like that. Like, they don't want to put Weirus on every single team with LR Gohan to optimize him. I personally have more fun just using the category units. I know a lot of people do feel that way as well. But, like, you know, for something like Tech Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you know, I think his best team right now is the Pure Saiyan team. Even though it's a 130% attack buff, the units you could put around him make him hit harder. But if you would put, you know, Turles on the Shadow Dragon team, then Goku would hit harder on there, even though Turles doesn't fit. You guys get what I'm saying. So all of this leads to the fact that I think this Turles... Okay, yeah, good, it did switch. This Turles, or excuse me, this Metal Cooler is a phenomenal unit. I would say, right now, you would probably want to go for this guy over physical LR Ginyu. Maybe if you're a global player looking at this, you know, Battlefield is going to be coming soon. Maybe prioritize getting Metal Cooler over Ginyu Force, because the Metal Cooler is just a much better unit than the Ginyu Force. That's just the way it is. But, alright guys, I guess I will go ahead and finish here. LR Metal Cooler is out. Grind that Battlefield. I'm going to do a video on, like, the easy strategy to beat that Zamasu. So be on the lookout for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.